Good morning, noon, or night. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV, Jet in the Valley. So I wanted to make this video about another reason that we are supposed to be love-based living individuals, okay? We are representatives of love while we are here in this reality, in this earth. So if you say that you love love, okay? Specifically, if you claim that, you make that claim, people are going to look at you and they're absolutely going to expect you to be perfect, okay? It's totally unreasonable. It is the nature of the natural mind and body for them to do this to us. You say, well, if you're not perfect, then blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. One of the reasons the one who came here with perfect love was perfect, so that the haters would have nothing they could say. That is for us to use against the haters. The haters have nothing they can say. Well, what's wrong with that, you know? Because what they're going to do to each and every person who loves love is, as soon as you mess up, they're going to use that as an excuse to say, well, see, they're this, that, and the other. They're going to use that to try to oppress you, to try and get you to sink down to their level and to not care, okay? Our minds and our bodies are in this natural state, okay? In this natural state, it goes against love, right? It goes against love. We have to use our discernment to try to tell. We have to use our discernment that does not come from our natural mind and body, okay? We need to use discernment to tell what is true and what is not true. These thoughts, they keep coming in. They come in all the time as you look at yourself in the mirror, as you look at other people, you look at all that. You know, that's how I can tell you these things, because my mind and my body did it to me too. You see somebody doing something like helpful for other people and spending their time and doing all this, and a reaction comes in that says, oh, they think they're so much better than other people. They think they're so much better. And it's like, we really need to assess where that is coming from, okay? Because if our first reaction is to want to hate on someone when they're doing something good, helpful, in love, for love, okay, for other people, our first reaction is to want to persecute them. We need to really assess why that is happening, or at least need to acknowledge in a widespread basis that is happening. That is happening. That is your natural mind and body, and that is what it does, okay? They are against love, okay? We are, in our natural mind and bodies, we are haters, okay? We are haters of good, and there is no getting around that. Go spend some time with children. I always say that. Go spend some time with children, and you will see. They kick the 2-3-year-olds. It says that they are the most violent between the ages of 2 and 18. 2-year-olds, they're the most violent because they are in their natural mind and body, okay? Your natural mind and body goes against love. So if you want to be a love-based living individual, what you absolutely have to understand is exactly what I've been saying about your mind and your body being in opposition to love. It goes against love. It's not for love. It doesn't like love. It's a hater. Our mind and our body are haters, okay? And then, well, I'm not going to go down that one right now, but so what you have to do, if you actually love love, if you love love, and you love your children, and you love whoever you love the most in this whole entire earth, if you love, then you have to reject your natural instincts. You have to reject them. You have to learn and ask for help to reject your instincts. These instincts go against love, okay? Fight or flight is there to keep you safe. Fight or flight is there for emergency situations. It should not be something that is kicked in all of the time. And under the circumstances of our unnatural living arrangements, we call cities, it's very easy. It's and under the circumstances of sitting under fluorescent or LED lighting, okay, there are many things that trigger our fight or flight response. If our fight or flight response is triggered for long enough, it makes us sick. It is supposed to be a quick jolt to help you survive, to get out of a literal life or death situation, okay? It is not intended to be kicked in all of the time. And not feeling safe, okay, will make you sick. Not feeling safe in your own body, not feeling safe in anywhere you go, literally not feeling safe, okay, is used to oppress you, and it is used to control you and manipulate you, okay? This whole not feeling safe, I don't feel safe. Obviously, you don't go certain places, you don't do certain things, obviously there are places where you are less safe. But if you are at home, okay, you are struggling with anxiety and depression. You are at home in the so-called comfort of your own home, and you do not feel safe, there is a problem. And that problem is your natural mind and body go against love. It goes in opposition of love. We were given the spirit, which means the frequency. We were given a sound mind and power of love, okay? Sound mind, power, and love, okay? Where does anxiety and depression and all that stuff does not fit in with those? That is not a natural thing for us to have, these anxieties, depressions, and all of these different things. It was not intended. So if that's not intended, and we are supposed to have the power of love and in strength and a sound mind, where is all this stuff coming from? Living in a totally superficial environment in our natural mind and body format, okay, is damaging in ways that we can't even understand. And all we have to do is look at children, look at the progression of these things, okay? The more unnatural that goes against that goes against love, the more unnatural the environment becomes, the sicker the people become. It's like a direct correlation. It's not hard to see. And what I'm telling you is the solution for all of these problems, and we've known this for the entirety of everything, is to sync up with love and to choose love. We have to reject our natural mind-body instincts. We have to check them and take every thought that comes in captive. You have to slow it down and start realizing that there's all this stuff coming in, and it's not all yours. Your thoughts you think are yours, your thoughts are not your own, okay? Your mind has been programmed, your mortal mind has been programmed between the ages of 0 and 7. Between the ages of 0 and 7, you are in a hypnotic-like state, a trance state. And so whatever goes in, whatever you see on TV, hearing music, whenever all of these things, they go in, okay, and they're in there. You grow up and you're having problems and you're making decisions, or you're choosing what clothes, and you're choosing all these different things, and if you start having problems, it is a programming problem. If everything's okay, there is a programming problem that happened when you were, lots of people talk about childhood stuff, like childhood trauma, okay? Well, the trauma that you experience programs your mortal mind. I spoke earlier, maybe last week, about trading your mortal mind, which is your earthly mind, which is your mind that dies, which is your mind that was programmed here, okay, with all these anti-love systems. This mind was programmed by an anti-love system, okay? And you are of love, so you should be in a constant state of cognitive dissonance, okay? If you love love and you know about love, but your mind got programmed by anti-love systems, okay, there is a problem. That is not a special bipolar. That is not a special mood, whatever issue. That is the human condition. The human condition is we are of love, and our mind and our body have been programmed and conditioned and trained to go against love by nature, and then also by the systems that are operating in Earth. The money and the money system, and the allopathic medicine, and the farming and the schooling and all of these things that go together to continue to encourage us to remain against love and to not choose love, to become strong and powerful, to sync up with love, so we don't need these systems anymore. Because when we choose love, when we sync up with love and we do become powerful, because love is the superpower, these systems are going to go bye-bye. These systems are going to be gone. These systems are not going to last. There's no possible way that people could be choosing love, loving love, and functioning from love and still using these systems. People who love love are to come out of these systems. Come out of them. Come out of them. Do not participate in them any more often, or any longer than you absolutely have to. We should be constantly trying to figure out ways, acknowledge ways that we can help each other, as opposed to relying on someone else to help someone else. That's what's happened. Everybody has passed the buck, so people don't help each other. It's like, oh, well, I pay my taxes, so you should, so the government will help you. I pay my taxes. I'm paying my taxes. And all these different things that aren't true. You know what I mean? They're not, okay, well, you go and try and get the help from these people and then come talk to me. Because I waited 4 years. I waited 4 years to get any type of help. Okay? I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force. I have spinal cord damage. When I was 24, 25, I could not stand. I could not work. I was in excruciating pain. I was in too much pain to go to college. I couldn't even sit in the classes, okay? I couldn't sit for an hour and a half. And then, you know, you go to the allopathic medicine and you go to the VA and you go to all of these systems and you're looking for help. You're like, I want to get better. I need help. They want to gaslight you and tell you, oh, well, you're young and then you don't have any problems. It's like, these systems that you go to, they do not want to help you, okay? They want to gaslight you and tell you that you don't have any problem, but maybe the problem that you do have can be fixed, or can be maintained, is the better issue. It can be maintained with a pharmaceutical medication, okay? They want people hooked on prescriptions and to constantly use prescriptions so that it is one big, massive ball. Have you ever heard of a rat king? I think it's a rat king, where the rats all come together and they get all tangled up in their tail and they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That is exactly what these systems of Earth have become. It's one giant rat king. They're balling all together, and let me tell you that will not continue. There is an end. There is an end to these systems. You do not want to be participating in these systems when the end of the systems come, because if you don't separate yourself, at least mentally and spiritually, or frequency, emotionally, whatever you can do to acknowledge that these systems are bad and these systems go against love, and that you want to be a part of love and you love love, and you didn't know what was going on and now you understand. It's like, I didn't know that I was going against love. I didn't know that all of these things were literally against love. If you at least do that, you do your best to separate from these systems, because if you are still fully participating in these systems, okay, the systems will deal with you because they will think it's part of them. It's like a self-destruct program, right? It's like, this system will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? Well, if you don't get out of the system that is self-destructing, then you are going to face the repercussions of the self-destructing system. We have to get out of it. We, the people that are of love, we have to separate from all of these systems that are going against love and not participate any more than we absolutely have to. You have to choose love. Choose it today, choose it now, and it'll come in, it'll clean you up and lift you up and get you out of all the darkness and the cognitive dissonance and everything. It's like, you can care about what everybody thinks about you. Like, oh, this person's gonna like me, or I'm gonna get love, you know, trying to get love from all these different people or whatever. So you can care what humans think about you, and you're aware that their mind and their body are in opposition to love and they are in a less than perfect state. You can care what these people think about you, or you can care what love thinks about you. Love is the creative life force of the entirety of everything that loves. It's love. It loves you. These things that come in that say, oh, no one can love me, or I'm not lovable, or no one's ever loved me, and all of these things are absolutely lies. They're lies, okay? They're 100% lies. You have to use your discernment. If you're believing these things, reject these ideas. Reject these ideas. If you had something bad happen and you say, oh, well, that's because of whatever, this, that, or the other, it's like, I will go into that more in detail at another time, but we have to start recognizing that these lies are not true, because the reason there is anything at all, the reason anything exists at all, is because of love, okay? Love is the reason for existence, okay? There is obviously something here that is not love, that goes against love, and it's in opposition, and it's anti-love, okay? That is an obvious thing, okay? Every belief system except for one, normalizes all of this anti-love. It normalizes. It says, oh, well, we need to balance it, and it needs to be here, and well, if it's here, then it belongs here. If it's natural, then it must be here, and it must be right. There's one system only that says reject all of the anti-love, reject the darkness, reject all of the stuff that is oppressing you and keeping you in bondage, keeping your mind and your body lording over you, keeping you in complete control